so much for letting me speak today, though. Obviously, I'm a little bummed out because President Sullivan's been calling me Jimmy Kimmel all morning, and fallon, you got it right out here. It's not that hard. I'm kidding. President Sullivan's been awesome, and even if he were to call me Jimmy Kimmel, I wouldn't mind. I don't mind if people call me Jimmy Kimmel, Jimmy Hoffa, Jimmy Buffett. I don't care. I'm just so excited to be here right now. And looking around at you guys, I feel pretty nostalgic. It's just like my very first concert was here at SPAC. I saw Skid Row and Bon Jovi. It was pretty awesome. A lot of power ballads, a lot of big hair. Pretty sure I was wearing acid wash jeans. Those were good days, they really were, but I remember so many great things about being at St. Rose. For one thing, I remember how excited I was when I got in. I couldn't have done that, by the way, without the HEOP Access program, which gave me a chance to go to summer school and bring my grades up. Who would have thought I'd be excited to go to school during the summer, but that's how badly I wanted to be at the St. Rose, the College of St. Rose. I remember so many great people who helped me out along the way, like my first RA, Dave Baldwin, is here. This guy's got so much dirt on me, it's not even funny. So I'm just going to keep it short with him. He's a good-looking man. That's just ensures it. My amazing academic counselor, Mary Fitzsimmons, I never would have made it without her. She was so incredibly supportive and patient. It's a pretty big job in trying to keep me in line, so believe me when I tell you Mary Fitzsimmons is quite literally a saint. I remember so many other things about my time at St. Rose, little things I still think about all the time, like late nights on Western Ave, eating giant $1 slices from Sal's Pizza, hanging out on Madison at Partridge Pub, my roommates, and drinking tons and tons and tons of mineral water. To all the parents out there, the Partridge Pub only serves mineral water. I have a lot of great memories. I remember how much I missed it when I left. Which brings me to my next point. The incredible thing that's about to happen to you guys. Today, you're going to walk out of here, you're not going to be in college anymore. You're going to be in the real world. And I'm not going to lie to you, the real world is freaking terrifying. Have you guys seen the movie The Graduate? Well, the real world is nothing like that movie. When you leave here today, your parents' hot friend will not try to have sex with you. Not gonna happen. You can try, it's not gonna happen. The real world is really expensive, and sometimes it's hard to get a job, and no matter how hard you try, you can't use your Golden Knights cash card to buy toilet paper. So, let's face it, the real world can be pretty tough. But here's the thing, you're going to go out there whether you like it or not. Seriously read your diploma right under your name. There's a fine print that says, don't let your lost youth smack you on the ass on the way out the door. But here's the good news about the real world, you guys. You're totally ready for it. Even if you don't think you are, and even if you're scared, you're ready to get out there and start living your life you want for yourself. And I'll tell you how, but first you need to understand a little bit about how I got here. I started at St. Rose in the fall of 1992. I lived in Lima Hall, and I was a computer science major. That's true. I wanted to be a programmer, which is totally ridiculous when you think about it, because one, I knew nothing about computers, and for another, it was 1992, so there were like 5 computers on the whole campus, and they were the size of refrigerators. It was, we didn't even have email yet, really. I mean, so if you had a fight with your girlfriend, you couldn't send a drunken 5-page email at 3 o'clock in the morning like you do now. You'd have to type a drunken 5-page document on Word, save it to a 3.5-inch floppy, take it to the print center, print the drunken 5-page hard copy on a dot matrix printer, wait for the post office to open at 9, then priority mail it. All to tell her how much you missed her. But eventually I started to realize I wanted to do comedy. And I remember my friend Frank Gentile and I used to hang out in the laundry room because that was the only place that we didn't drive everybody nuts. We'd write songs, we'd make up comedy bits and talk about how much we love Saturday Night Live. And then senior year, a friend of mine talked me into sending a tape. He's here actually, Peter Islam. He talked me into sending a tape and some headshots out to the West Coast. So I scraped together some money, and I got literally the worst headshots in the world. I wore all this makeup in the pictures, including mascara? Because somebody told me to make my eyes pop. Don't fall for that. It's not like Boy George without the hat. I guess somebody out there liked dudes wearing makeup because a few months later I got a call from a manager saying I should come out to LA for pilot season. Now, we all know that it's every parent's dream for their son to call home a semester before they're about to graduate from college and say, "Mom, Dad, I had some pictures taken wearing mascara, and now I'm dropping out of school to pursue acting." But when I said that to my parents did something I'll never forget. They said, "Go for it. We totally believe in you. This is the big break you've been waiting for." And the reason I'll never forget that is because they were so great, so supportive, and they were totally 100% wrong. My big break did not come at all. I was sleeping on my manager's couch in LA, doing shows at the Improv for like $8 a night, and feeling in general like I was totally screwing up my life. And to top it all off, I totally blew my first audition at Saturday Night Live. I remember the dead silence in the room during that audition. It was like what I imagine outer space sounds like if you take your space helmet off, just nothing. I remember going to a diner afterwards. I was so depressed, and I sat there and I thought about what the hell I was going to do with my life, and I wanted to quit so bad, but I decided that I had to keep on going because comedy was what I loved, and it's what I really wanted to do more than anything else in the world. So I went back to LA and I worked on my act as hard as I could. The next time the call came from Saturday Night Live, I was ready to go, and I got the job. Cut to 6 years later, I had an amazing run on the show, the time of my life. I was totally on top of the world, and then the four most dangerous words in the English language popped into my head: I should try movies. Let's just say that if I thought those days of feeling bad about myself were over, they weren't. I want to read to you guys something that a movie critic wrote about me after I made a movie called Taxi. I'm sure all of you have it on DVD. This guy wrote, and I quote, "If Jimmy Fallon stands out at all, it's because he's wearing more makeup than his female co-stars." The extremely heavy makeup is appropriate since Jimmy has about as much screen presence as mime. In fact, we'd all probably be better off if he'd adopt mime philosophy and stop blabbering. Okay, well first of all, I don't know what it is with me and makeup. I wear a lot more than I should be saying to everybody here, but the real point is this: even when you think you've got it made in your life, like I did for a while, you never know when someone's going to come along and knock you on your ass again.